So slow. Come on. Oh, there you go, there you go, there you go. Come on. Let me pull up chat real quick. That's all the music we get. Great how I mixed them up. Just a second. Camera good. Hi, 6 people. Give me 1 second, my computer's a bit slow. I want to pull up chat. Don't get a workshop laptop. Don't. Right, I'll just keep going. Sorry, I can't type right now. Just give me one second. All right, I'll do it like this for now. Makes life easier, although this is not really gonna work, but all we need it for is for our clutch tools. What beer I got? March 1st, it's like a brewery here from Cincinnati. I had it once at a restaurant, it was really good. The European, you always go in for the lager. But then I went to the brewery itself and it kind of sucked, so. Oh, hi Mike, what's up? All right, what I want to do, I think first, I'm building this thing right now for a friend over at Metro Scooter in here in Cincinnati. Already got, you know, Bellini head, crankshaft, cylinders over there. I gotta do some stuff to this. But before I get into all this stuff, I want to take care of the clutches. Clutches and primaries is usually the first thing I do. So we have a Stella clutch. Here in the US, the LML scooter is a Stella. And then here we have a clutch from the Rally 200 that I recently built. And we had an issue with it, so I could not really leave smoothly. And as you can see here, hope you can see it, sorry, this kind of sucks because I'm on my phone. It heated up because it got stuck there, so this doesn't really go down as it's supposed to be. See, this is moving freely, this is not. I think that was my mistake. I should have checked for clearance. We put another clutch, we put one of mine in, and it works now. But what I want to do is I want to put this gearing onto the Stella clutch. Simply because these are 23 teeth and this is 21 teeth. Let me pull something up to write down. See the same thing we have here. Hold on. So the, there we go. Oh, yeah. Be dry. All right, so we have a Stella or an LML. Jeez, I don't have a good pen, do I? Better. So LML Stella, right? They have on the clutch, this is not the one, this is the one. On the clutch are 21 teeth on the primary. On the clutch, sorry. And the Rally, or the P200, or the PX200, that's all I know, on the clutch has 23 teeth. Now, marker never worked right. Yeah, I know, right? Gotta get better markers. Now, If you know, if you don't know, this is the primary gear that transfers your power from your clutch, which is connected to your crankshaft, to your gearbox. So these are your 4 gears. This one is from a Stella. It has 68 teeth on the outside. I tediously counted them yesterday. So 68 here. Now, when I built the orange bike, my wife's bike, and I first rode it, I could not keep the front wheel down simply because the transmission was so violent. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it seems good. Video down? Ah, okay. Sorry. I gotta do something with Wi-Fi. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna open the door. I know that totally doesn't do anything, but... So when I built the orange Stella with this kind of gearing, we ended up having it being too short. Although the power band's pretty good, from like 5 to 8,500 RPM. It just goes through too quickly. So what I did, I put a 22 in here, because that's about what you can ride with these gears. But this still seems too short. I can hit 71, 72 GPS miles an hour, but that's about it. Then it's like hitting like 9,000 RPM. And we had a little soft seas because Kara just like pushed it, and it's just too hot. So what I want to do on this bike, because it's gonna be close to the same build at least, is go to 2365, which stretches out each gear and takes advantage more of the power band. So the Rally 200 has 23 gears here. I don't know how it looks inside. These plates, they're not for this. They're not mine. So the only thing I'm gonna take is the gear. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna squeeze both together and then go ahead and take them apart. Yeah, she was tailgating a bigger bike. All right, we'll get back to this in a second. All right, what we're gonna do now, we're gonna both compress these. To do that, I have these tools, which is just homemade, right? One piece goes through here, the other one through here, and then it squeezes it together. I do have my vise over here. Just makes life super easy. Maybe. It's more like standard. You will see it here on the clip when it compresses. See, I can just move my finger now. So these are supposed to come right out, which they don't. And that's where we had that problem with the Rally. So I think I have to use a bit more force to take this thing out. But first, mistake. What is it? Oh, my bad. I can't really move the camera. See, it all works to my head, but There we go. See, and now the springs are pushing it out, but it got stuck there. Now it's loose. There you go. That's our 200, and still seems good. But you can see here, can you? There, where it kind of overheated. These two. What I'm going to do later on this clutch basket is just dremel it open and dremel a little bit here to make it fit nicer. So I'm taking these, I'm going to drop them in oil, so I never want to have clutch plates that dry out. I'll just take a good old bag. There's some oil here. There you go. Mix it up a little. There we go. So that can go aside. I should mark it Raleigh 200 because there's so many of these now. Let's do that real quick. You know, you put oil on something and then you try to put, it works, a sticker on it. It's not the smartest. Raleigh, there we go. So put that aside. And all the other stuff. All right. Now this is what I'm looking for. This plate right here, because it has the gearing on it. Here in the clutch you have rings. Oh, wow, okay. Here you can see really well what happened. There's some metal shavings here, because that was where our stuff was stuck. So this will be cleaned, and I'm gonna put the plate with the 21 on it. Let's put this aside. Here's our plate. Let's mark that's Raleigh 202 so I don't end up counting the teeth again. I'll just mark 63. Everything still good with camera? Yeah, I think so. I'm moving it a little bit. Take away. So that's our 63. Move that here. This is all Raleigh. Raleigh. Keep it together. Now let's move on to the Stella clutch. Same principle. Dump it back on our tool. Take the washer back off. That was a castle nut. Gotta replace that anyway. If I respond a bit slow, it is a delay. It's just YouTube. All right, let's squish this together again. Until we can freak by hand. Very first time I did this, I thought it was so tight in there that it would come flying around my ears. Until I realized, no, I gotta tighten it down a little bit more. All right, Stella. Hey, Germany, I guess. Austria. Any German speaking? All right. Stella stuff. This is from a tool. Now I'm intrigued because these springs seem stiffer and new. I think who built this before wanted to stiffen it up. It's not bad. It's actually a good idea. But because it's 7 springs, it's kind of not well distributed. What we used to do as kids, we'd put washers underneath to tighten this, to stiffen up the springs. I need to think what I'm going to do with these springs. So here we have the clutch. This has actually more plates, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. No, I was wrong. 3 plates. I'll take the plates off. Sorry, I'm sitting down. I had a long day. These still look good. Doesn't say if it's an aftermarket brand or not. These still look good. I'm not even gonna oil them before I put them back together. But I am gonna take. I know what I'm gonna do with this. This is weird.
Someone's asking the model.
The what now?
Someone's asking the model.
Yeah, hold on. Let's start from the top. I was wondering if you could make a video on how to set inner road ignition. I will. Not on a Piaggio though, but I will. Because we have that Yamaha engine that we're building. We have an inner road on there too. But the principle is the same. You basically get your top dead center, then you go, before top dead center certain millimeter, you have those tools that show you how deep your piston is from your top dead center. And then you set it online with the marking on the inner rotor. That's about it. All right, sorry, next question. Let's take some questions. Which motor is this? This is a, let's quickly take a break here. It's an LML that I'm currently building with a Polini 177. There'll be some stuff done to it. It will not stay a normal boring Polini. And as I was explaining earlier, I want to change the gearing. I want to change the gearing in a way that we can use the power band more. So that's why we're putting in a rally primary on the clutch and a rally a P200 Christmas tree, which has the 65 teeth here. All right, let's put this away. This off. We're going to keep this. I think we'll try it, honestly. I'll just say we'll try it with these silver springs. I could see that it's not ideal, but I mean, we've done worse as teenagers, so runs for now. Right. Alright, 63, you can see that these are basically the same except for the gearing. Good way to count these because you go nuts when you try to, do 1, 2, 3. Just take a screwdriver, put it in here, and then count all the way around. So you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. That'll go 80, maybe. Let's clean it up. Clutch has seen some stuff, but it'll be fine. I'll be fine. Kind of motto. It'll be fine. Where's my salad dressing thing? Get yourself one of these. They're the best. I'll put some oil in it. I have one for gear oil when I work in the gears, and the everything on the gearbox side. And then I have one, I don't know where it is, really. Oh, here. I have one with 2-stroke mixed. I use very low viscosity 2-stroke for assembly. I don't know why, I just makes it easier to get in all the nooks and crannies. Right. Because of, this is a story an old Vespa guy told me, and I've never dealt with these kind of bushings or bearings or whatever you call these. Because of the brass, you don't really want to use a motor oil with detergent in it, so you can just buy the cheapest SA30 non-detergent oil and just run that. Doesn't need to be fancy $10 oil. Alright, what was I doing? Alright, now I was doing this. Clean this up. Do you see? Yeah, you can still see. We'll drop some in each of these nooks. I know this is a bit overkill, but I never like to have a clutch dry out. On here. There you go. Clean. We'll go and tighten this down again. I have no idea where my washer went. Of course. Now everything falls apart. See, this is the stuff you don't see when I edit everything. Not everything's perfect. I mean, even in the video, nothing's perfect. All right, let's put this in. This on there. Washer. There you go. Oh yeah, Garrett's right when it comes to gearing. Sorry, I just saw that. It really depends on where you live. I've built this Penasco 200. Due to snow, I haven't really ridden it yet, but I really want to just chill on the straight, because here in Ohio, at least where we live, there's a lot of boring straights. So when I cruise around at 55, 60 miles an hour, I want to be in very low RPM. So I put really stretched gearing on it with a short fourth. Just so we can cruise. Yeah, I say 30 is the way to go, really. Damn standard. Try to order metric M7 nuts and washers and stuff from my local hardware store. Took them 6 weeks. 6 weeks for M7. Such an unusual size, at least in the US. You guys up in Canada, you use metric, right? I'm so uneducated. Yeah, I didn't really need them straight away, so I gave them benefit of a doubt. They were cool. They gave me a handful. Basically gave me everything for free at the end. So, yay, Ace Hardware. Thank you. Stuff back together. Screw this guy. Some oil. Plate. Plate is clean. Yeah. I mean, I don't really need them because there's so many left. The M7 because it's all the engine bolts. But cleaning bolts is such a bitch. And when my engines are clean and when I sandblast them, I just want them, you know, new bolts. No harm in that. Doesn't cost a fortune and it makes everything just look the extra mile, like a little bit cleaner. You're gonna get stuck. You're gonna get stuck on me. Let's find out. Oh, yes you are. My chat doesn't like the C word. Sorry. Gotta keep it YouTube friendly. Let's try this again. See if I can get them nice and smooth. Yep. Now they move freely. Not here, they don't. Oh, no, they do. All right. So now the issues you can have, especially you putting a lighter flywheel on or having a stronger engine on it, is that the clutch basket bends open. I had a buddy from Chicago who's exploded, who just rolled up to a trailer and his clutch exploded in his engine. I was glad, like, we're just right there at the trailer and he could get on, we could go to the garage. So I suppose if you're really old school, you can weld a band on him. Right, put our clip back in. Let me put the clip more centered. All right. Oh, we got 10 folks watching. Hi, everyone. Hope you enjoy this. I like this. This is stuff that I think I've done over and over again in my videos. But this way we can talk and I don't get bored. All right. Cool. clutch together. Now, haha, primary. All right, let me clean up real quick. And then we move on to the primary, because there's a couple of things I discovered that are different between the LML, the new ones, and the P200. Oh, I didn't mean that ring. I meant the like a band that you can put around, but I see what you mean. This one is very soft. All three of my bikes are running Kozak clutches. And this is a very nice and cheap way to get some better gearing out of your bike. We'll see if this clutch survives. Good thing about, you know, clutches is that it's so easy to get to, so you don't have to split the entire engine. 21. All right, let's put this aside. Put it back in the box. Oh yeah, now that we've seen the, I just thought about it. Now that we've seen the modern clutches, this is a Bajaj clutch from India, and I freaked out the first time we took it apart. The primary gear is just loose. It's held in there with something that freaked me a little out. I thought something was broken, but I guess they're a thing. What was I doing? This on here, 63, 65. Why did I write 63? All right, let me move this over. This black surface was just an idea because it's old kitchen drawer liner. I think it just works so well to show something. No, I wouldn't say I'm not bad talking the Bajaj clutch. These bikes are built to, like, they're tanks. Seriously, if you, we'll get to this, but the bike itself is just, it's something. They're pretty, but pretty in like a chunky way. You know, they're thick. All right. These are the primary from the Stella. One thing I noticed, this tooth is damaged. And this tooth is damaged. Isn't much as you have straight gearing, but you know, something. So, what's interesting about LML and P200 is these are exactly the same. Let's just make sure, not that I am silly. 21. 21. So that the fourth is the same, and then the 1, 2, 3, 5, 11. Yeah, they're the same. Which means I can just put this axle in this thing. However, it's not that easy. Why? This is the 200 axle, and this is the Stella one. And you may not see it here, but once I have them out, you see what I mean. Maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe they do fit. I'm confused now. Well, never mind. So much for that. They are the same. They are the same. So what I gotta do is, don't do that. Shit, did I just do that? There we go. Just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna take this axle out and this bearing and put it in here. Alright, and this is so annoying. Oh, you know what? This bearing's still good. Oh, here's where the difference is. Why though? This is the 200. Oh yeah. It's on the other engine side. Sorry. It's all coming back. Alright. Got it. So what did we learn? This is the thin one from a P200. This is the guide from a modern PX200, Stella, or you know the modern PX 125s, 150s and stuff. The Penasco cases have the same size. So when I built my Penasco, I remember I was all confused. I wanted to use this P200 axle, and when I put it in, you can see it was very loose. So what I'm going to do, because I need these for my 200 cases, now that I think about it, we're going to use Stella ones, and boom, they go right in. So I got to take these out and put them in here. Can we see the device? I need to put an extension on this thing here. I'm not putting in a device. I'm doing the trick that I did the other day. Oh, come on, camera. This is a Stella 5 cord. Fits right in. It's fine before you freak out. I'm gonna scratch this. It's gonna get bored over more to say about this later. You know, like stuff like that. Alright. Where's my... Now this is the part where I swear a lot. First of all, turn this around. Carrot still in chat?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh dear. Bajaj Sheetak is the Indian version. I wouldn't say coffee. It came out way later, and like the ones that these engines come from are from 1982. And they were imported to the US. So these are US models. They have like the US taillight and everything. But they are like a sum of everything. They resemble very much the Sprint. Oh, come on. No, that's why. They resemble very much the Sprint. But the headset is one of the ugly. The headset's so ugly. But in a nice way, you know? Sometimes ugly can be nice. Did I just completely? Yeah. You know, I've been using this tool basically since I started working on Vespas. And it upsets me every time I use it, but I never get to buy a new one. Oh my god, really? Come on. I bent this. I think I broke this. I made a tool a while ago. Just slightly. Oh, of course you work. It didn't work on the Bajajes, so I thought wouldn't hear. But here's a little clippy thing. You can just bang it. I can go put on the press. I'm just gonna heat it up. Burned some of my dog's hair. I got that hair everywhere. You can hear me, yeah. My P200 has a lot of the rally stuff, although the cases are different. The flywheel side bearing. But the way that the bearing is held in and everything is the same as on the rally. Cylinder back where it belongs. Oof. Let's see. I could go ahead and bang on this, or could do this. Voila. Usually I don't bang stuff, but there's really almost no force applied on this, and the bearing comes right off. Heat. Heat is magic. Right, this is our Stella. Let's mark it again. I start making a mess. Stella. 68. So this is our 200 with 65. I gotta clean this real quick. Let's clean it up. Okay. Which bearing did I take out? Yeah, that one's hot. This one. Alright. Let's not screw this up. Yep, that's the 200. That's the 200 bearing. Alright. First we put this through. We can put our bearing in before we do that. Everything seems fine. Perfect. Alright. Move this up again. Sorry for the camera. Before I do that, I gotta get the tools. My friend bought this box of lots of used Stella stuff, and there was a set of Vespa tools in it, and we've been like, slowly discovering what they can do. So for an example, we got this really cool bearing puller. I pulled the bearing yesterday. It's totally usable. I love this. Old school. And here with this super heavy punch, actually, oh, wait, you're an idiot. This is for the drive shaft. You didn't hear that. I might. See in here, I was all proud. This one? No, okay. Never mind, there wasn't a tool. So just use an old bearing. Okay, cool. This one will work. Put this in here. Oh, what happened? I lost you there, my laptop died. No Java. Go away. Okay, we're back. I'm gonna put this on the press real quick. Here, you can watch me. Hold on if I can move the camera up. All right, just a second. What's up? Huh? No, that's cool. Yeah, got it. Sure. Why not? Here, take it. Just stay away from one minute.
Okay.
Reading.
Oh, I think we're upside down. Oops.
We're upside down.
We were upside down.
Oops.
Why it's not changing?
Huh? Oh, it's like a couple seconds late. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, we're back.
The shaft is in, right? Yeah. Really? I love working with the press. It's so satisfying. Look at this.
Oh, it's going inside.
Yeah. There you go, all done. Thank you. That's sorry for my greasy fingers. All right. Hope that worked for you. That's pretty cool. Close-up camera. All right, let's put it back in cylinder. Use my cool little set of pliers. Boom, done. Next. So, all you gotta do is when I put it together, put the needle bearings in here with some grease and go right back in. So now, Steph, you can ride at a little bit low RPM at 80 miles an hour, maybe. Probably 70. Ah, he's light. He'll do 90. He's like 1/3 of me. Alright. I've barely drunk a beer. While I take a break, maybe we can talk if you have a question or something. Yeah, of course. I mean, top speed has never been one of my goals. I was just like a nice rideable scooter, something violent. That's why I like the two strokes, because just when that power band hits. Prost. Ich hatte Bitburger vorhin. Yeah, the Stella with less gearing, we clocked in at 72, I think, with me on it, which says something. I'm excited about my 200 because that one has a very long gearing in it, 2462. So that'd be something. Can't wait. Just the weather's gotta get better. Trying to think what we should do next. I want a JB Weld so I can start porting tomorrow. But that means I gotta pull out the Dremel and prepare it and be noisy. I don't want to do that to you. Yeah, and the 72, which is cool about the 72, is right there. Like the thing is, it has that long fourth gear compared to the third. So when you go uphill, you kind of have that hole that before the power band. But once you hit the power band, you're gonna lose your license. That's I like saying that. When those 20, 25, 26 horsepower start pulling, ugh, I hate numbers. Let's not talk about numbers. Sounds pretentious. All right. I do have metal concrete. Metal concrete, metal epoxy. Sure. Sure, let's do it. I'm not gonna use a Dremel. I'll use old school. I'll just start scratching and stuff. And then we can do that. I'll move you over in a second. Let me clean up this area. I think I sound tired. I am tired. Alright. I wonder if I can zoom in. YouTube lets me zoom in. It does. Wow. Today we learned something. All right. Let me move this over. Go there. Yeah, next thing Kara's gonna say is don't forget to comment, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. I mean, I wouldn't mind. It'd be very nice. I enjoy doing this. No secrets. Right, so what we want to do, you can see, so this is the area we want to put JB Weld on. Why? Because when I use, where's my panini gasket? Do I have one up here? There it is. Didn't end up using the gasket on the other Stella. Simply because the timings were so perfect without it. Right. So, can you see? No, you can't. Crap. Sorry. Can we see now? No, still not. Sorry for the mess. This is right under my engines. Thought it was a good idea with the yellow and gray, but yeah. All right. So, let's talk Polini to an LML case. See this? See this? And all of this. All of this. All this stuff's gotta go. On top of that, we'll get to that when we go to the Polini. This is how I opened it on the on our cylinder. Because I remembered, I think the original just goes to here. But I also opened the cylinder itself. So we got to do a nice deep pocket down here, so go almost straight, and then we create an angle so the gases, they flow right up. Like in this direction. Sorry, but if I can get the angle right. Oh, thank you, David. I gotta go to Starbucks. When I do, I get a white chocolate mocha. It's my favorite. Yeah, quick comparison. This is how the Polini gasket comes. This is how we ended up opening it, simply because the LML one opens a little bit more than the Piaggio one, so I had to open some stuff on the cylinder too, and so on. But I really like these deep pockets; they work well with the angles. So what we want to do is we want to create this deep pocket where basically the gases flow in, right, from down here. But you will see that here, hold on, let me get a thing to indicate. Here, there's nothing, right? So when you Dremel this nice deep pocket, we can still see it, right? Yeah. Oh wait, we didn't. Hold on, let me go back. So this pocket we're gonna fill with epoxy, because when we Dremel, we will break through. And it won't be much, but there will be some spot here where we break through. On the other side, here, hold on, let me hope this is not too close. Kind of have to open here, which means I need to add material under here. I know, like, we could aluminum weld and so on, but I don't know how to weld, and it costs money. And part of this is I need to epoxy it. So I use some things that mix them with the epoxy, just to give it a little bit more grip. But the most important thing, what I learned about JB Weld, is the preparation. You need to stir until your arms fall off, and then you need to stir some more. On top of that, because the glue needs a lot of surface to attach to, what we're gonna do is we're gonna scratch, create as many grooves as we can so the JB Weld can attach to it. I did it with this, but I think I'll find something else this time. So we're gonna scratch. And then when that is done, we want it as clean as possible. Get every grease, everything off. And just from painting, something that evaporates really quick is acetone. So we clean it with acetone. After we scratch it, clean it with acetone, scratch it again, clean it with acetone, and keep going. Then we prepare our JB Weld. clean it with acetone again and it on. And every little surface where the JB Weld hits needs to be scratched. So, just like that. It's aluminum, it's thin. Really don't. I know I actually don't really need to put any on here, or not much at least. But I thought last time it was just so clean to put it all the way over. So we're gonna do that. While I scratch. So I shouldn't scratch? Huh, sorry. Gonna scratch. I can't hear it. Is it the worst sound in the world? Karen, how bad is it? You see, right, we're just creating as many crappy grooves as possible. The messier the better, that's why I'm so good at it. Sorry. If only YouTube wasn't YouTube, I'd play some music in the background. But simply because I'm streaming from my phone, I can't overlay it with something. We'll see if this is fun and semi-successful with viewers. I might get a full setup down here. It would be nice to have a proper microphone. Actually, I could attach a microphone right here to my phone. Next time. Should get a lavalier. So the first time I did this, I didn't mix the JB Weld enough. And after 24 hours, I could peel it off. It was still so soft. Dirty? No. This is where it's most important. I'm going to get something else that's a little bit scratchy. Huh? Yeah, Murphy can come scratch. Sounds about right. Let's see. I don't know if these are hard enough. Let's find out. Oh yeah. That does it. Important, so you can see my head for a little bit. So when we say food, you come running. That's what our dog. That's as well as my dog hears. Alright, scratch, scratch, scratch. I used it actually about give it a clean with acetone and go again. I gotta get with the needle under here and roughen that up. Let me grab acetone. I probably don't have a small bottle anymore. Nope. Just a little bit of acetone. Paint bits. I'm stripping a bike right now. I haven't really shown any of that yet because it's not clean. It's not nice work at all. Alright, let's clean this with. So can you still see? I feel like that thing's in the way. I'm sorry. Can you see now? This camera angle's weird. Yeah, now.
What do you need?
Could you get me cute?
Oh.
Thank you. Thanks. Oh. Getting higher of acetone than of my beer. How did I get the cases so nice? I have a parts washer in the back. But to be honest, I think Seth had them media blasted. You can see it's really nice and clean. Before we put it in last time, only was there's some rust on the bike, but that goes in the spirit of the bike, which we'll see at the end of this build. But he had them nice and nicely blasted, so it was just a matter of cleaning it in a parts washer. Thank you. I like this. Is it good? Oh, just one Q-tip.
Oh.
Q-tip. Let's put some stuff up. Oh, I guess I forgot to scratch the surface down there. I just saw something. I think this might. No, never mind. Doesn't work. Parts washer and I use mineral spirits. Mostly because it doesn't smell. If you put like purple power or something in it, it just smells real bad. Thank you. I kind of want to put them in there.
Yeah,
Yeah, good shit. That was not cursing, by the way. I was saying you're welcome in my mother language. Now let's scratch this up underneath here. tedious work like this is really cool when you can talk to people. I don't think you can get any cleaner. Of course you can. Right? I mean, I've been a fan of. I'm part of this generation. I enjoy any kind of streaming, really, as long as it doesn't get too creepy or weird. But if you're interested in something, why the hell not stream it? I kind of feel comfortable enough with this. It's a cool new way to explore the mediums of YouTube. Totally get distracted by rubber band. Alright. 7 people. 7 people, and you're all talking. I'm gonna go get a plastic cup and start stirring up the epoxy. I know it says 8 minutes set. Did I get the wrong one? Oh, okay. I might. Yeah, that's the one I had last time. There's so many different ones. I want to have these 2-port cases, or I basically want to create a 3rd port in the back. So I'm going to use the putty one and just basically mold part of the case again. Not sure if it will work, but those old 2-port cases are a dime a dozen. Epoxy's open. I'm gonna move it over here so you can see me stir. Because, you know, why not? Just give me a sec, I'll look at it. I'll get a cup. Who was sitting at the coffee shop? Is it David? Do you remember these? We got them. Coffee shop. Make things. Right now, take a simple cup. I'm gonna cut it down a little bit. Just seems a bit too big. Hold on. surprisingly good for someone who sucked at crafts class. We don't need that much. I want to pour it in like this. See, I can squeeze it, and then I can like just gently push it out, distribute it. Gotta take the stop out. There we go. Right? Is it open? Yeah. Oh, come on. I think that should do it. Just wait till it stops. Put on it on. And this is how you put the lid on. Here's how you put the lid on. You know what? I think I cut them wrong. It's been a while since I used JB Weld. I think I need to cut them right there. That would probably make squeezing it easier. And then we can plug them the other way around. Oh, that's late. Sorry. All right, start mixing. Remember, when you think your arm's gonna fall off, keep mixing. Let's get everything in there.
The camera's not.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. It's because I zoomed. Some of my fingers.
You want me to zoom out?
No, it's just fine. I'll just grab actual proper gloves. Sorry about the camera. There we go. That should do it. Zoom out a little bit. Zoom out. There we go. There you go. Put on. You make it sound like it's over. gray. I was wondering, the last one I used was darker, but I just got a different color. You have keep mixing it. All right, let's use one last Q-tip. Come over here. Kind of. Uh, 24 hours. I probably won't start tomorrow, but is that zoomed? Not sure if that's zoomed. Yeah, I think that's short enough. Yeah, 24 hours. I'm not sure if I have enough actually. Might have to mix some more. Whatever's sticking out a little bit, we can scratch out with that razor in just a second. This is messy. No, I don't think I mixed up enough. What did we learn? I don't want any air bubbles to form underneath here. Oh, this is really messy. This one's a lot stickier than the last one I used. I think I just bought the wrong one. Well, not the wrong one. This will work perfectly fine. But for applying it, I think a little bit softer would have been nicer. But we're going to take a razor and just straighten this out in just a second. We're going to also take a needle and push in a little bit, get the air bubbles out. Yeah, it will set in about 24 hours. Let's get some of those air bubbles out. That was big acid. Oh yeah, but there's enough material in there. I'm gonna let it rest tomorrow and then I'm gonna apply another layer. Just don't want to make it too thick. But I don't want it to completely dry before I apply another layer. Just so it's still like kind of tacky. You know what I mean? today I learned something. Lick your rubber gloves and it actually works. Thank you. Just don't double dip. That did the trick. Thank you. I appreciate that. My buddy always here would be like, don't tell me what to do. You're not my mom. Sorry, I completely blocked you out again. That should be it for this side at least. Just make it look like it belongs. And now we can go deeper down. Oh yeah, a lot deeper. Cool. I don't know if you can see this one now, but I gotta just clean up this surface here real quick. Cool. Yeah, I like it. I'll have to pinch measure and see once it's dry if I need to put a little bit more, but I think it's good right now like this. For this side, so just let this sit. I'm gonna take another quick 2 minutes and get me another drink. The shit stinks. Alright. Let's be right back. Let's say 5 minutes. I'll freshen up. Yeah, that won't work. And I actually, if YouTube lets me, I'll play some music. till I'm back. Enjoy a song from over speaker from the band that does the title song for my show. I would like to contact them, but I can't. It's Ortake from France. All right. My YouTube is stuck again. Back. All right, I'm gonna cut. YouTube's stuck. All right, I'm gonna cut this cup again. Oh, and if David's still around, thank you so much for watching. It was cool. It was really nice being talking to people. Rickety old people. We're not fixing JB Weld up yet. So the place where we are adding is going to be here, right? And there, in here and here. Nope, not in here, just in here. Never mind. Yeah, just in here. Do you see? So we're just gonna add some, a little bit in here. Scratcher. Sorry for the noise. I can't reach chat right now because my laptop's stuck again. You know, for next cut at my iMac here, right? Doesn't meant for you.
What are you saying?
Next time I'll set up the old iMac. Make a mountain. No, I ain't. It's out of the way. Use a keyboard and go. That old thing still runs better than this laptop. It's all scratching, scratching, scratching. I do this, if you tuned in, I scratch on the surface to create more gluing surface for the JB Weld to stick on, because I need to add material, because I'm opening these ports like way bigger than they are supposed to be. And I do know this from putting, this is basically a blueprint from the last engine I did, and I'm honestly just gonna take this more or less compared to the cylinder and put this on. Keep take this. I still Did video die? No. Okay, I can hear myself.
Yeah.
Sorry, you got some.
Oh no.
We're back? Okay, cool. The last thing I see is David, so yeah, as I said, thank you, David. So scratching. Alright, I think this looks pretty good. You can see I got it nice and rough. There's more. Nice cross section. Alright. Next up, I'll clean this with acetone. Get it all neat. My acetone's here. My Q-tips here. I can check. Is video still good?
What?
Is video still good? Sorry for the technical trouble. Cleaning up. Why did I close my acetone? More. And that's it. So now I'll go ahead and start mixing my JB Weld. And then we can pour it in. I'll put this away for a second. And we'll clean it just before we put our stuff on. Alright, here's a cup. Let's wait for. Alright. Put the lid on. There we go. And mix until your arms fall off, and then mix some more. Gonna do something else this time. I'm gonna use it with my finger, like use wet fingers, like our German West English friend recommended. I'm gonna use it like a putty. See, because it's already super stiff. This stuff stinks. Let me get a quick cup of water so I don't have to lick my gloves. My hands hurt, which means I need to mix a little bit more. All right, I'll get a quick cup of water and then we can shape it. All right, just take my fingers in. First, take this over. Just do one last clean. Alright. Let this evaporate. Well, that does. I'll grab some of this putty. I don't know if this is gonna work, but this is not gonna work. That was a terrible idea. Terrible idea. Yep. You know what? I'm gonna mix some more. That was fail. That was the fail. I failed. I thought if I use wet gloves, I can use it like a putty and just.
Start over again.
I gotta mix some more in. All right, start again. Need a straw for my drink. I don't know why I'm drinking PBR. I really don't like it. All right, I think that does it. Yeah. Well, I just learned that. Alright, there you go. Let's try this again. That should actually be enough. Oops. Try this. I need to wait a little bit. Set. Let it set and then we can squeeze it in. Get the water off, just some water. Not quite. Keep an eye on this one, I don't know what to think. Once it's settled, I can squeeze it in a little bit more. I gotta clean it up here. I have an idea to mess a little with the flywheel. I don't know if I'll do it on this one or on the next project. But if it works, that'd be cool. Alright, it's not much, but it's all that we need. Put a little bit more on top. too pretty, but I've got plenty of material to work with on this board. Alright, we've been streaming for what, 2 hours and 20 minutes? I think that's it for me tonight. This was fun. It's a long day, a bit exhausting, but fun. I'll totally do this more often, and I'll do it for stuff that that just makes more sense to not spend hours and hours of recording on it with my bigger camera. Well, I can just stream and talk. I mean, rebuilding clutch is boring, so I really enjoy the interaction I had with everyone. If you guys are still around. And until then, thank you. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, as usual. And yeah, I'll announce the next time I stream. I'll announce it again. Just don't forget to go check out our Facebook. I know, don't hate to play. Just Google That Scooter Thing on, or like search for That Scooter Thing on Facebook. There's also Instagram at That Scooter Thing with a D, D-A-T, Scooter Thing. And of course, if you subscribe and like and follow, you'll see when I stream. You get a notification. But it'll probably, during the week, it will be around this time. Maybe Tuesdays and Thursdays I could squeeze in an hour in the morning if I mean, I'm not going to stream every day. There's not enough projects around. But maybe I'll mix it up. Just stick around, social medias. And until then, have fun. No, not on the JB Weld. Crap.